Hello pupils, welcome to this video where I'm going to talk you through how to maximise your marks for the work of others. So that's the purpose of this page, to understand why you look at the work of other designers and how it's going to influence your NEA. Remember, it's part of section A worth 10 marks, and we're looking at this part of the marks band. For top marks, you need a comprehensive investigation into the work of others that clearly informs your ideas. So this goes along with the product analysis you've already done. Don't forget, you could always go back and improve your product analysis if you need. So what does it mean? For top marks, gather lots of information about iconic designers and summarise what is unique about their designs and methods of working. Explain how it's going to influence you. I'm going to give you a list, but it could be anyone you find. Okay, it could be that you're influenced by an architect or an industrial designer, maybe a product designer. Kaz Holman happens to be a toy designer. It could be someone from history like Charles Rennie Mackintosh, or perhaps a design company or organisation. IKEA is a good one to look at, Dyson, Distill, anyone who you think could be relevant to your project. So here's an example page. So this is an independent designer from Japan. Start with some background information about who they are, where they're from, what they're famous for. Now, obviously this information is coming from the internet. You can use that from the internet, but make sure you put your sources. So this student at the bottom has put their links where they found this information out. Remember, you can't just copy blank bits of text without saying where you got it from. There's a summary of the styles, the materials, the manufacture techniques. So this designer happens to be a minimalist. Someone who's a minimalist has very little decoration to their work. They just use fairly simple shapes, fairly plain designs, fairly clean and crisp designs. So it could be you look at someone minimalist. Summarize their sort of philosophy. So it just so happens this designer is driven by the ability to show good qualities of the material he chooses. And then a summary. So don't forget your links to the information. And then finally a summary to explain how it might influence you. Okay? So it could be the designer you look at is playful. It could be that the designer you look at is minimalist. It could be that the designer you look at is really concerned with environmental issues. Whatever influence it could have on your project, you just put that in your summary. Here are some suggested designers. You could look at anyone. If you have your guidebook, there are some suggested ones on page 12 to 15. And don't forget to look up the guide information, the information in your guidebook. I'm just going to summarize now. Find out a little bit about the background of the designer, number one. Copying images or iconic products, pieces of their work. Identify the styles, the materials, the manufacturing techniques they're famous for. Summarize their design philosophy. Like I said, are they a minimalist? Are they concerned with the environment? Are they concerned with creating products that are beautiful? Do they like products to be playful? Whatever it is. And then a brief paragraph about how it might influence you. Some do's and some don'ts. Please, by all means, pause and rewatch this if you need. Okay, I'm going to leave some information on this PowerPoint for you to access. By all means, you can pause, go back, rewatch. These are some ones in the textbook. By all means, use this information in your own words, but make sure they are relevant to the product you're designing. So here is a toy designer. Perhaps they could be someone who influences you if you're designing a game. Put quotes in if you need. Joseph and Joseph are good for like clean, crisp storage items, often in the kitchen. Alessi do playful products that are known as a postmodern design movement. IKEA, famous for their flat pack furniture, lots of manufactured boards. Perhaps their products aren't the most durable. Anyway, it's up to you. Make it relevant. Make sure you explain how it's going to influence you in your design work. Good luck.